And welcome back. Up next on the hot seat tonight is Laguna Niguel Council member Robert Ming. He is running against Dana Point Mayor Lisa Bartlett in Orange County for the 5th District Supervisor seat this November. And why don't you kick things off, Brian?
Hey, Robert, let's start right in there about what the Board of Supervisor members do in Orange County.
Sure. Well, first, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I really appreciate it. The County Board of Supervisors, it's 5 people on board, and they serve as policy directors for 3.2 million people, a $5.4 billion budget. And there's a lot of important issues they have to take care of for the counties: public safety, a lot of unincorporated areas that they have to have jurisdiction over, and they also manage a lot of state-mandated programs, and it's an important job.
One of the big issues in Orange County that we've been talking about for probably a decade now is pension reform, because the unfunded liabilities for the county are pretty scary. As a member of the Board of Supervisors, what would you do to get that in control? Yeah, it's exactly the most important issue. That is my #1 issue that I'm running on, and it's important because we have been out of control for a long time. If you look at the unfunded liabilities at OSERS and other places, it's very serious. The best thing that I can do is help reorganize how it works. I come from the financial services industry, and I know how pensions work, and you can buy safety at that level, but it's expensive. And you have to have the employee understand the cost of what they have, that safety. And I think if the employee gets the choice to choose how much safety they want versus how much profit they want, they'll make the right choice. But it means shifting the way that pension system works. I've got some great ideas about how to do that. What are some of the ideas?
Well, okay, so the most obvious one is the public sector employees. For example, in the university system, they have a pension plan that looks just like the public pension plan, but it's run privately. TIAA-CREF runs a private plan, and that plan fits inside a defined contribution plan. So you can actually move your DB plan into your DC. That's a little complicated for some people, but the point is that it gives the employee the choice, and it moves the risk of loss away from the public, and that's what we need to do.
Mr. Ming, I'm assuming the emails that I've been made aware of that have come from your opponents accuse you, among other things, of paying yourself from your campaign funds and funneling campaign donations through a company that you own. The implication, of course, is that you're doing something illicit or unethical.
Yeah.
I want to give you an opportunity to address those accusations.
I appreciate that. And, you know, one of the most disappointing things about this campaign is the amount of lies that have been spread around out there. I do have a company that I've used that I've never taken a dime out of, that I've put money into every time that I do it, and I always use it to help candidates that I like. I've never taken a dime out of this campaign of donor money, and I wouldn't take money out of it, because that's not what this is about. This is about communicating with voters, and so no, there's no truth to that. And as a matter of fact, we actually asked the FPPC for a letter ruling on that, and we got one back that said they reviewed the case, they found no fault, and I didn't take any money.
Any idea why your opponent would put out these kinds of emails?
You know, there's a lot of desperation that happens in campaigns, and some people do things that, I don't know. Again, there's been a lot of stories about things. I've had a call just the other day from a guy who said, "I hear I'm your chief of staff." I said, no, I've never heard of that, and I have no idea. And I don't know where they come from. I wish they didn't.
One of the other things you'll have to do if you were elected to this particular office is deal with the public employee unions. You'll have to negotiate contracts, compensation levels, and in fact, there's a contract in Orange County with the OCEA, the Orange County Employees Association, that's currently in limbo. What are your thoughts on that? Where do you stand in terms of your relations with the unions?
Sure. I think one of the most important things that I can bring to the table is I spend my life, my day job is at an investment banking firm. I structure and negotiate big technology contracts. And sometimes you have to be able to find a deal where people don't think a deal can be found. And I can bring people together. We've got some strong personalities on that board, and they need somebody who can help bridge the gap and make those things happen. And I think that I can do that. I've been trying to maintain an open relationship with the unions. They see that I'm close to people like the Lincoln Club and others who have been very strong for pension reform for a long time. But I think we can make some progress, and I look forward to doing that.
If you had to name one thing that distinguishes you from your opponent, what would it be?
Sure. It'd be leadership. We can sound the same when you listen to us, but you look at what people have done, and I think actions speak louder than words. And when you had the opportunity to lead, what did you do with that opportunity? And when I had that chance, I helped form an organization called the Association of California Cities. I think it's one of the premier public policy organizations in Orange County. And when she had that chance, she was the chairman of the toll road and ended up signing $200,000 in contracts, one of which was with former Governor Gray Davis for a consulting agreement that the board was very displeased about when they found out about. And, you know, she's no longer chair, and the former CEO is no longer CEO. But I think those are the critical hard points when you see if someone's ready to lead. And I think that I've proven in time that I'm ready.
All right, well, this is the point in the segment where you got 30 seconds to make any statement that you want about your candidacy or anything that you think that Brian or I did not address in the Q&A, and make your case.
Great, well, thank you. I'm running for Orange County Supervisor because I think that people need fiscally responsible, common sense leadership. I've got that experience at Laguna Niguel. We've proven to be able to deliver a super high quality of service with a very low cost and footprint. And I think people deserve integrity, fiscal responsibility, and leadership. And that's what our campaign themes are. That's what I'd like to be able to bring. You know, I've got a family and a successful career. I don't need to take this position, but I'm doing it because I care about my kids and I care about the direction we're going, and I want to make sure that I change things for the better. So I'd appreciate the opportunity, and I'd look for your vote. Thanks.
Mr. Ming, thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, and when we come back, some final thoughts, including how you can get in touch and share your comments. Back in a moment.